listen, ladies, gentlemen, I want you guys to understand this. Your content should be generating you income, okay? And if it's not, we have a serious problem that we have to fix. It can't wait, okay? It is diabolical how you spend so much time on these apps. You are on here for hours, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, everywhere. And your content isn't generating you income. That is a serious problem, ladies, and we have to fix it. I'm going to teach you how to fix it this morning. Something else I want you to understand is this. Good morning. You should be generating income and building your business while you're asleep, okay? We cannot focus on only generating income while we're awake and active. It should also be done in your sleep. If you are not doing that, we have a serious problem that we have to fix. It can't wait, okay? I also want you ladies to understand this. Good morning. You only need one digital product, ma'am. You only need one. See, a lot of you guys get so overwhelmed because you believe you need hundreds upon hundreds of ebooks and digital products in your store. No, you don't. You only need one. And that one product that you choose to create and sell will literally change your entire life. How do I know that? Because it changed mine. Listen, I've been a full-time entrepreneur online for 5 years, okay? When I first started, I lost over 100 pounds. That's a lot of weight, okay? And on my weight loss journey, ladies, I learned how to eat right. I learned how to exercise and I fixed my mindset. So what I did was I put all of that information into an ebook. And I started selling it to other people who also wanted to learn how to lose weight too, okay? So it doesn't matter what it is that you want to sell, you can monetize it. But the problem with you is you live in fear. I'm gonna say it again. The problem with you is you live in fear. On my life, fear stands for fuck everything and run, and that's what you're doing. You are so fearful of looking stupid. You're so fearful of failure. You're so fearful of people talking about you that you let that fear keep you trapped. Ladies, let me tell you this. If you do not let go of fear and post your content, build your business, become your dream version, nothing for you will change, okay? Until you change, nothing changes. Now, what I want to know is this. Good morning. Who on this live is fed up with living paycheck to paycheck? If that is you, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. Good morning. If you are fed up with living paycheck to paycheck, and you want to change it, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. Believe it or not, a lot of people claim they're fed up with living paycheck to paycheck, but honestly, they have no interest in changing it. These are the women who just love to complain and vent. These are the women who just like to throw pity parties for themselves. These aren't women who really want to change their life. But if you've been there, you've done that, and you want more, then go ahead and put a 1 in the chat because I'm talking to you this morning. Good morning. I also want to know who on this live has no clue as to what a digital product is. Very good, Virginia. If you have no idea, go ahead and put me in the chat. Just so you guys know, this is a judgment-free zone, okay? This is a safe space. It's okay to not know something. We all didn't know something at some point in time, all right? We all had a day one. But if you don't have any idea, good morning. Go ahead and put me in the chat because I'm going to teach you. She said, fear is another shade of doubt. Yes, and we're going to let go of that fear and we're going to build our business and create our dream life. Good morning. I also want to know who on this live is fed up with starting and stopping, meaning you start, but you never follow through. You always have excuses. You always procrastinate. You always self-doubt. If that is you, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat because we're going to fix that this morning too. For those of you guys who have never seen my face before, hello, happy Thursday. My name is Coach Jazz and I teach women how to glow up their life mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, all of the leads, okay? I'm going to be teaching you guys what a digital product is, how to create it, and how to sell it. But more importantly, I'm going to teach you how to build your mindset. Ladies, there is nothing that you can't do. I'm going to say that again. There is nothing that you can't do. However, you get in your own way. You are full of excuses. You self-doubt. You hold yourself back. And we got to fix it because the things y'all got going on in this pretty little head of yours, is the reason why the dreams aren't getting accomplished. The business isn't businessing and the content isn't contenting, okay? So we're gonna fix all of that. If I say anything this morning that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, go ahead and start double tapping the screen. Listen, the more we interact with this live, the more TikTok will push this live to more women who also wanna build their business. They wanna believe in themselves. They wanna build that confidence. They want to finally generate income. So just like this live found you, let's allow this live to find others, okay? Very good. Good morning. Good morning. Now, I'm going to be giving you guys a lot of information this morning. Class is about to be in session. If you have your pen and paper in hand and you are ready for class to begin, go ahead and put ready in the chat, because if you're ready to listen, I am ready to teach. Good morning. Go ahead and put ready in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. And while I wait for y'all to grab your pen and paper, why don't you guys write this down? Let me go ahead and mirror this just so we're not backwards this morning. This is an affirmation, ladies, and it says, I am worthy of wealth, success, and happiness. Hold on. There we go. I am worthy of wealth, success, and happiness. Good morning, YouTube. Don't you ever forget it. Don't ever let anybody on these streets try to convince you otherwise. You are worthy of wealth. You are worthy of success, and you are worthy of happiness. I'm going to be saying a lot of affirmations this morning because I need you to believe it so that you can achieve it. All right? Good morning. Good morning. Let's go. Let's go. So what is a digital product and how will we build our business? So a digital product, ladies, is something you do not have physical possession of. So think of a movie on Netflix, think of a song on your Apple Music or Spotify. You don't physically have it in your possession, right? It's all out in the cloud somewhere. You're going to create something to sell, and it could be anything. Please don't overthink, just do. Ladies, a lot of you guys are the queen bees of overthinking. There's something that you already know about that you could be monetizing right now. I told you guys when I first started, I lost a lot of weight. I lost 100 pounds and I monetized my knowledge, how to eat right, how to exercise, how to build your mindset so that other people could lose weight too, okay? And I turned that into an ebook. And the beauty of online or digital products, good morning, is you only have to make the product once, just one time. And you will resell it over and over and over again for years. To this day, I am still reselling that ebook, okay? So I don't care what it is. It's not stupid, it's not far-fetched, it's not impossible. I just need you to get it done, okay? Ladies, the key word of this live, good morning, is going to be execute. Go ahead and write this word down. You're gonna hear me say this word probably about 100 times this morning because I need to stick. Execute. We can't keep talking about it, we gotta do it. We can't keep journaling about it. We have to do it. We can't keep archiving videos and saving them and sharing them. We have to do it. All right, so we got to execute. Good morning. Now, I'm going to give you guys 2 apps. These apps will change your entire life if you use them. All right, so you got to execute. If you're ready for app number 1, put a 1 in the chat. Good morning. If you're ready for app number 1, put a 1 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, happy Thursday. My name is Coach Jazz and I teach women how to glow up. Good morning, Shirley. I'm teaching you guys how to create a digital product, how to sell it, and how to build your mindset. Don't ever forget, there's nothing you can't do. All right, but you got some things going on in this pretty little head of yours that we got to fix. So not only will you start, but you'll finish. Okay, so no more starting, stopping, giving up. Very good. App number 1, write it down. Canva. Good morning. Hello, hello. Canva is app numero 1. Write it down. Write it down. Also, you guys, make sure you follow me so you don't lose me. They do steal my videos, especially on TikTok. And then what they're going to do is turn around and message you and try to pretend to be me. Okay, so please do not get hoodwinked, finessed, or bamboozled out here. All right, so go ahead and hit that follow button. Good morning. Canva. This is app number 1. Now, I know some of you guys already have this app. You're not new to it, you're true to it. But the question is, ladies, are you using it for your business? Okay, we can't just let it collect storage space on our phone. You need to be using this app daily, because it will help you with your business in every way you need. So So maybe you want to promote your product through your content, and that's what I'm going to teach you guys how to do. But you need some nice templates to make everything look all nice and pretty and professional. Canva has hundreds upon thousands of TikTok and Instagram reel templates for you, okay? Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel. I tell you every morning, start your channel, build your audience. Maybe today you want to listen. Canva has hundreds upon thousands of thumbnail templates for you. Makes it very easy. All you gotta do is drag and drop. Anyone can use this app. Please don't overthink, okay? And maybe you wanna sell an ebook. That's what I'm gonna teach you how to make this morning, and you wanna make it look all professional and branded. This app has hundreds upon thousands of ebook templates for you. It makes everything easy. You just have to use it, okay? Now, before we get into app number 2, I need to make something very clear. I know you live in fear. I already know you live in fear. And a lot of you guys, we haven't even gotten started, but you're so used to telling yourself what you can't do that you won't even listen. You're starting to feel overwhelmed. Some of you guys are literally sitting here thinking that you're too old to start an online business. Some of you guys really believe that you're not tech savvy, and some of y'all think it's too late for you. So let me say something to you. App number 1 was Canva. Listen, ladies, I don't care how old you are. On my live, age ain't nothing but a number, okay? It don't matter. I don't care. What I need you to understand is this. This is serious. Listen, ladies, you woke up this morning. Yes, you did. That's a blessing, okay? Every day that you wake up, I want you to use that day as another day to work towards your goals, creating new opportunities for yourself. All right. It is not too late for you. The people who did not wake up this morning, it was too late for them. It's over, right? But for you, it's not. So instead of wasting time that you were blessed with, how about we lock in and work towards the dreams that we have for ourselves? All right. Number 2, you are tech savvy. Yes, you are. Because you use technology every day. Don't sit up on my live and lie. Yes, you do. From the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, that phone is glued to your hip 24/7. So you will use that same tech savviness that you already have and build your online business. If you know how to click up on these apps and scroll through, write comments, share posts, you know how to use your phone and you can build a business, all right? And last but not least, for those of y'all who think you're too old, what did I just say? You can monetize your knowledge. Whatever you know, you can be putting in an ebook. So because you're so much older than a lot of people, in your own words, you have a lot of things you could be monetizing. You have a lot of knowledge and a lot of wisdom that younger people don't have. Okay, just want to make sure we're clear. You can't get nothing past me. If you're ready for app number 2, put a 2 in the chat. Listen, on this live, we don't do excuses. We don't do excuses, absolutely not. Any excuse you have, I promise you I have a solution for you. Try me. Try me. App number 2, here we go. Make sure you guys are taking notes. Thank you, Coach. App number 2, right here, write it down. Good morning, good morning. ChatGPT. All right, here we go. Let's talk about chat. So this is AI, ladies. You will be using chat for everything. I can't make this up, but I need you to use it. Remember, we're gonna execute, all right? So no more just writing down stuff, putting it in our journals. We have to use it, all right? You will be using chat for everything. So maybe you wanna create content, but you're not too sure what kind of videos to make. Maybe you're camera shy. Chat will script the video for you. Now all you have to do is say the words, okay? Maybe you want a YouTube channel, but you don't know what to say in the videos. Chat will script the YouTube video for you. Now all you have to do is say those words, okay? Y'all feel what I'm putting down? It's really not as hard as you're making it. She said, chat is my best friend. Yes, see, you're not new to it, you're true to it. I love it. Now, maybe you want to sell an ebook, and that's what I'm going to teach you guys how to do this morning, but you don't know what to put in the ebook. What if I told you chat will literally write the ebook for you from beginning to end in under 30 seconds? Ladies, I can't make this up. It has never been easier than today to build your online business. But the problem with you live in fear, and you're letting fear run your life. But not today, okay? Today we're gonna do something different. So if you're ready to write the ebook, go ahead and put ready in the chat. I gave you Canva and I gave you chat. We're gonna put it together and make it. And for those of you guys who are just tuning in, hello, my name is Coach Jazz and I teach women how to glow up mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all of the leads. There is nothing that you cannot do, ladies, not one thing. Good morning. But we got to get in that head. We got to fix the things that you got keeping you back. The limiting beliefs, the procrastination, the worrying about what other people think about you. All that's got to stop, okay? Now, you're going to open up your Chat GPT app. You're going to put in there, write this down. Here we go. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. I'm going to say it again. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Thank you, Shirley, for sharing. If you've got that, got that in the chat. If you need for me to repeat it, ladies, this is your opportunity to ask. Remember, closed mouths don't get fed. We said the keyword of this live is execution. So we have to do it, okay? How can we execute? And we don't even know what we're gonna do. I promise you this, in a few hours, you're gonna forget about 97% of what I said. So it'd be in your best interest to write it down. Y'all need that repeated? Let's go, let's go. Good morning, good morning. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, my name is Coach Jazz and I teach women how to glow up mentally, spiritually, financially, all of the leads, okay? We are building our digital product. We are building it and then we're going to sell it, okay? Y'all got that? Let's go, let's go. Let me get some got that's in the chat. Don't wait 10 minutes down the line and then ask me to repeat when you could have had it repeated now. Going once, going twice. Very good, Shirley. Yes, I can repeat it. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Okay? Now you're gonna hit enter. You're gonna hit enter. Now before we move forward, I need you guys to write this down. Okay? Write this word down. This says consistent. Very good, Lanisi. This says consistent. I need you to write that word down and then I need you to underline it, okay? And then I need you to turn around and circle it 1,000,000 times because we gotta make sure we understand what this means because a lot of you guys are very confused. So let me go ahead and confuse you. Some of you guys think that consistent means once in a while, when you feel like it, every now and again. No. Consistent means more often than not, okay? So if there are 7 days in a week, that means consistent is at least 4 times out of that week, okay? That's the only way you're gonna get things done. That's the only way you're gonna reach your goals. You have to be consistent, ladies, and a lot of you guys are lacking in that department. All right. If you truly want to build your online business, monetize your platform, live on your terms, be confident, all of the things, you're going to have to be consistent. Okay. You don't have a choice. Now, let's make life easy because life can get a little hard, right? Let's make it easy for once. I can't make this up. It is so much easier for you to be consistent when you choose something off the list that chat gave you that you actually like. Ladies, look at the list of ideas that chat GPT gave you. Choose the idea that you truly have a passion for. If it gave you 10 things and you don't like none of the things it gave you, fine, ask for 10 more. And keep asking until it gives you something you want to use, okay? Life is a lot easier when you do things that you love because now it doesn't feel like work. And when things don't feel like work, you're more likely to do it, okay? So please choose something that you love. The reason why Glow Up Academy is so successful is because I love motivating women. I love teaching women how to be their highest version. I love posting content, motivating and inspiring. And because it's what I love to do, it's so easy to do it. It never feels like work, okay? Now, I also want you to write this down. This is very important. Money flows where energy goes. Write that down, ladies. This is a big one. I can't make this up. Money flows where energy goes. Money flows where energy goes. Ladies, a lot of times, I used to be guilty of this too, okay? A lot of times, the reason why the business isn't businessing is because you got your energy in too many places. You giving energy to your kids, you giving energy to your spouse, your boyfriend, your best friends, your co-workers, your mama, your daddy. All these people are getting your energy. And so by the time it's time for you to sit down and put some of your energy towards you and your goals, you ain't got none left, which is why you're always feeling drained. What I need you to do is reel in some of that energy. Stop giving your energy to everybody else and start giving it to yourself, because money flows where energy goes. So if you give more energy to yourself, you can actually accomplish things, okay? It is okay to tell people no. It does not make you a bad mother because you want to work on your goals. It does not make you a bad wife because you want to prioritize your business. It does not make you a bad daughter because you want to focus. And it does not make you a bad friend because you don't want to sit on the phone and gossip. You want to work on your business. Okay? So get that out of your head. I need you to start saying more no's than yeses. No, I cannot sit on the phone with you and talk to you about your problems. No, I cannot loan you any money this week. No, I cannot give you a ride. No is really not that hard. No, it rolls off the tongue. Okay? All right. If you're ready for prompt number 2, put a 2 in the chat. Let's go. Money flows where energy goes. Don't you ever forget it. If you're ready for prompt number 2, put a 2 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. Happy Thursday. My name is Coach Jazz, and I'm teaching you how to build your online business from scratch, okay? You don't need any experience. You just need to take notes, and then you need to execute, all right? Now, once you choose the idea you want to use, you will then put in chat, write this down. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Good morning. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. If you've got that, go ahead and put got that in the chat. If you need for it to be repeated, this is your opportunity to ask. Remember, closed mouths don't get fed. How are we going to execute if we don't know what we're doing? Ladies, the key word of this live is execution. We can't keep manifesting, hoping, dreaming, praying, wishing, and washing. We have to do it, okay? So whatever you write down in that notebook, you still have to do it, okay? You got to get the work done, all right? Y'all got it. Going once, going twice. Okay, very good. You're going to hit enter. You're going to hit enter. Now, this is what I mean by it has never been easier than today to build your online business, because chat literally wrote the ebook for you. I can't make this up. It wrote it. Now all you have to do is copy and paste. You will literally copy what chat gave you and paste it into Canva. Thank you, Shirley. Copy and paste, okay? Copy and paste. Now, you're going to open up Canva. In the search bar, type in ebooks, hit enter. It's going to generate hundreds upon thousands of templates. Just pick your most favorite one, okay? You will copy and paste. Now, write this down. This is important. KISS, K-I-S-S. Write this down, K-I-S-S. This is an acronym. It stands for Keep It Simple, Silly. Keep it simple, silly. Listen, a lot of you guys love to overthink. You overthink from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. I don't even know how you function like that, okay? Stop. Stop. Keep it simple, silly. Just make sure it is clean, simple, legible. That's it. Clean, simple, legible. That's all you gotta do, all right? When you are done copying and pasting, you will download it as a PDF file. P is in Peter, D is in dog, F is in Franklin. All right? When you finish downloading, you will upload it to your hosting site. I hope y'all are taking notes. I'm giving y'all nothing but the tea. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify, okay? These are some of the most popular hosting sites. There's plenty more out there. She said, how much do you, Glow Up Academy, okay? Click on the link in my bio, Glow Up Academy. It's lifetime access, okay? Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. These are some of the most popular hosting sites. There's plenty more out there, ladies. These are some of the most popular ones, okay? Now, let me tell you this. Y'all got this so far? I'll make sure y'all writing this down. Don't wait 10 minutes later and be like, can you repeat? No, because I'm telling you now, okay? Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. You have to write them back. Oh, I'm sorry, Lanisi. Stan Store. I don't know how to turn the mirror off on YouTube. Okay, now listen, let me tell y'all this. The beauty of having a coach, having a mentor, is that they can teach you things to do and not to do, all from their own personal experiences, okay? Now, I've been doing this for 5 years, full time, and I'm not gonna lie. I made a lot of money on these online streets, more than I ever could have imagined. But I also made a lot of mistakes, One of the biggest lessons, ladies, that I learned in entrepreneurship and life, this is big. Ladies, we have got to get a handle on our finances, okay? The version of yourself who's running her business, who's confident, who shows up, who finishes what she starts, who believes in herself, her finances are also in order, okay? You have got to get a handle on your finances, or you will forever live paycheck to paycheck. I don't care how much you make, doesn't matter. I need you to start tallying what comes in the house and what goes out, okay? I never used to understand how women and men could make so much money and be so broke. I never understood that until I lived it. I was making $20,000 and $30,000 a month and broke as hell because I never learned financial literacy. I didn't have discipline. I didn't know how to tell myself no. As soon as the money hit my account, it went right back out, buying stupid shit, okay? The reason why I'm even telling you guys this is because hosting sites, business in general, has fees. And if you do not start looking at your spending and putting yourself on a budget, you will always be in the red, okay? Now, I use Stan Store. I love Stan, but Stan is very expensive. Stan Store is $99 a month. That is high if your business is not making $99 a month yet, okay? So if you're brand new to all this, you don't need to be on Stan. That's not for you, okay? If you're brand new, no sales yet, you're gonna start on Gumroad, Gumroad, Gumroad. Put the last word first and the first word. Lanisi. You're gonna start on Gumroad because Gumroad only charges you a percentage when you make a sale. Okay, they charge you 10% for every sale. That's a great place to start because until you make income, you're not spending it. All right, so you're gonna start here. Now, what I know about you is this: you will make money. How do I know that? Because you're taking notes, you're asking questions, and you're gonna execute. All right. And when you do start generating income, then come to Stan Store. Why? Let me tell you why. Listen to me very closely. Stan Store has Afterpay and Klarna, okay? Believe it or not, customers love payment plans. Buy now, pay later. It's taken over. And if your website has a buy now, pay later option on it, I promise you, you will make more. That's why you need to carry your little pretty ass over to Stan Store when you start making some money, okay? But for now, just start on Gumroad, build your business, and then once you start generating sales, transfer everything over to Stand Store later, all right? Now, what we just did was we created the ebook. We took Canva, we took chat, we put it together, and we made it. Now we have to sell it, okay? And I'm gonna be honest, sales is 80% of the business. That's more than half. So we gotta get it right. We don't have a choice. But before we get into sales, I need to make something very clear. Listen to me. That process of copying and pasting and making that ebook should not take you longer than 2 hours. Honestly, it shouldn't take you longer than 1, but I'm gonna give you some grace and I'm gonna give you 2. I'm gonna give you 2, okay? You're not gonna tell me that it takes longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words. I don't care how old you are, none of that matters. If it is taking you longer than 2 hours, we have a serious problem. One problem that you might be experiencing, and I used to be guilty of this too, ladies, this is a judgment-free zone. You wanna be a perfectionist. Let me guess. Everything about you just must be perfect or it's not right. You're the woman that's gonna sit on a brilliant idea for 6 months because she just has to overthink and psych herself out, right? And then when you do decide to get started, you're gonna overthink, you're gonna take things out, put things back, second guess your ability to do anything great, get frustrated, give up. Next thing you know, 3 more months have gone by and you haven't done anything. And then when you do decide to start yet again, you're gonna go ask 20 people what they think you should do with your business. Meanwhile, the people that you're asking, they don't even run a business. You wouldn't even trade lives with these people. But for some reason, their opinion means so much to you. And then when they do give you their opinion, you listen and you care. Next thing you know, a whole year has gone by and you haven't done anything but waste time. Ain't that a shame? Ain't that a shame? Okay, let's go ahead and dissect all of this. Ladies, I've been there. I know. She said 100. Listen, I know. What I need you to understand is this, okay? The reason why you're doing this, the reason why that speaks to you is because you still live in fear. What did I tell you? On this live, fear stands for fuck everything and run. And that's what you're doing. So many of you guys have brilliant ideas and you're running away from it because you're so fearful of looking stupid. You're so fearful of being judged. You're so fearful of failure. And that fear keeps you trapped right where you are getting nothing done. And if you want to dig even deeper into that, the reason why we do all this perfectionist crap, OCD, overthinking, is because we're self-sabotaging. See, self-sabotage is our brain's way of protecting ourselves from harm, okay? And so you self-sabotage because your brain, your body cannot handle the feelings of disappointment, of shame. So you protect yourself from those feelings by self-sabotaging, making excuses, procrastinating, talking about what you can't do. All this stuff is self-sabotage. That's all it is. Because you don't want to disappoint yourself if it doesn't work. But you already told me earlier, you're not 1000% happy with your life. You said you were tired of living paycheck to paycheck. That's what you said. You said you're tired of always starting and stopping. You said you're tired of not believing in yourself. That's what you said, okay? You said you want an online business. You want to reach your goals. But every time that you don't, you still disappoint yourself. I'm trying to help you bring more money into your house, so that we're not living paycheck to paycheck. So you can finally be free. So you can finally build some confidence, believe in yourself, start something and finish it. But we can't do that if you don't have something to sell. Ladies, how can we have a business if we don't have a product? How can customers give you their money if you can't give them anything back in return? You can't. It's not gonna happen. So you have to launch the ebook. You don't have a choice. You either continue what you've been doing, which is a whole bunch of nothing, let's get real, or we change it. I need you to understand your ebook, your content, your platforms, your brand, you will never be perfect. It will never be perfect. You're chasing a fallacy. It doesn't exist. Understand that the more you do something, the better it gets. The more you post content, the better the content will get. The more products you create, the better they'll get. But you have to launch. All of your favorite businesses got better along the way. Look at Netflix. I don't know how old you are, but believe it or not, Netflix did not always have an app. No, they did not. They were not always doing comedy specials with Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle. They didn't always have their own original movies and series that were winning Oscars, and they damn sure didn't always have pay-per-view. Believe it or not, Netflix used to only have a website. You used to have to go on their site, netflix.com. You had to type it in your browser. You could make a list of all of the movies you wanted to see. And these movies were not their originals. These were movies that were once in theaters. You made a favorites list. They would mail you a DVD off of your list. Remember them DVDs? You had to have a DVD player? I know, we're taking it back. They mailed you through the mail a DVD. You could watch it as many times as you wanted. And then when you were ready for the next movie, you had to mail that one back. And then they would ship you the next one. They didn't wait till they had all the funding and all of the investors to create the fancy app and pay Kevin Hart. They worked with what they had. And the more they did it, the better it got. Look at Tesla. 10, 15 years ago, all you saw on the news were the cars exploding on the highway. They ain't wait to launch nothing. They was gonna put that car out, and they did. Now, today, all you see on the road are Teslas, and they're not exploding. They worked with what they had, and they got better along the way. So if they can do it, why can't you? Another reason why it might be taking you longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words is because you're distracted as fuck. Okay. You're distracted. When you get off from work, you could work on the business and reaching your goals, but you choose not to. You would rather sit on the phone and gossip with your friends about celebrities and who's pregnant by who. On the weekends, when you do have time, you could work on the business, working on your goals, starting something and finishing it, but you choose not to. You would rather sit on the couch and binge watch Netflix and Hulu for hours. Late at night, when the kids are asleep, you could work on the business, but you choose not to. You would rather sit on social media for hours sharing funny videos back and forth in the group chat. And the reason why we have all these distractions in the first place is because you're trying to escape. That's escapism. That's what you're doing. And the reason why we try to escape is because there's things about our life that we're not 1000% happy with. But instead of you just wearing your grown woman panties and fixing it, you would rather run from it. This is what we're going to do today, not tomorrow. Today. You are going to create a life that you no longer feel the need to escape from. So, put the phone on do not disturb. Tell your little girlfriends you'll talk to them later. You're going to build your business. You're going to build your dream life. You're going to turn the TV off. You're going to sit in your house. No, you don't need to go to Starbucks because you get distracted there. You're going to sit down at home. You're going to start the ebook and you're going to finish it. Not start, stop, come back next week because we already know you ain't coming back. Don't lie. You're going to start it and you're going to finish it. You have 2 hours. That's it. if we are crystal clear on all of these instructions, go ahead and put clear in the chat, because respectfully, there is no point in even talking about sales if you don't have anything to sell. So go ahead and put clear in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning, happy Thursday. My name is Coach Jazz. Listen, I know I'm not the coach for everybody. I have already accepted that about myself, because I'm gonna tell you the truth. Believe it or not, a lot of people want to be lied to. They don't want to be told that they can do things if they change their ways. They don't want to be told that. They want to be told lies. I'm not lying to you. I'm going to tell you about yourself. And the problem with you is you got a lot of things going on in here, which is keeping you from reaching the goals that you have. But the beauty is we can fix it. We can fix it. Okay? Are y'all clear? Go ahead and put clear in the chat. Let's go TikTok. Go ahead and put clear. Thank you. Thank you. Also to TikTok, just so you guys know, the more we like this live, comment, and share, the more this live will get pushed to more women who also want to elevate. They want to glow up. They want to start their business. They want to build their confidence and all of the things. So just like this live found you, let's allow the opportunity for this live to find others. Okay? Now let's talk about sales. We said earlier that sales is 80% of the business. Okay? That means it's more than half. So we got to get it right. We don't have a choice. Okay? Now I'm going to be honest. Most people fail at sales. Most people fail here, okay? But not for the reasons that you think. I know your head is spinning. You're like, oh my God, it must be because it's so hard. No, that's not why people fail at sales. Honestly, sales is really easy. But the reason why most people fail at sales is because of the things that they say in their head in regards to sales. People, and you might be like this, I used to be like this too. People will say things like, well, Coach Jazz, I'm not a salesperson. What if I talk about my product too much and people unfollow me? What if people think I'm annoying? What if people think I'm begging them for money? Okay. All right. Let's fix our mindset around sales. Okay. First of all, selling is not begging. No, it's not. Selling is solving. All right? You have a solution to people's problems. You are not begging anyone for anything. So whoever told you that, stop hanging out with them. They're sabotaging you. Number two, you don't have a choice but to remind people about your product all the time, because they're going to forget. You guys, people are being fed content and information from the time they wake up to the time they go to bed. They're not thinking about you. They will forget. You have to consistently remind them in order for them to even begin to remember. Why do you think I keep telling y'all to take notes on this live? Because I already told you you're gonna forget. I know that. That's why I'm telling you to write it down. Why do you think I keep reminding you that the key word of this live is execution? I've said that word about 20 times already. Why? Because I need it to stick. You have to talk about your product all the time if you want people to remember. You don't have a choice. Look at Amazon. We all know who they are. We are all Prime members. And they still remind you all day that they exist. You seen them Amazon trucks? Them blue trucks with their logo on it? They did it on purpose. You can't even go 2 miles down the street without seeing that damn Amazon truck. And every time you see it, your brain says, oh yeah, Amazon, that reminds me. Let me go and place my order. You can't even go down a neighborhood without seeing Amazon boxes on the doorstep. They could have made them boxes anything. They kept them simple and put their logo on it. Why? So that every time you see them damn boxes and them envelopes, your brain thinks Amazon. They are reminding you all day long that they exist. Did you unsubscribe because they were being annoying? No, that Prime subscription just came out your account. For those of you guys who have seen my face before, maybe I'm not new to you. How is it that I'm able to talk about Glow Up Academy every day without worrying about people thinking I'm being annoying? I'm on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Threads, Facebook. I'm all over the place. Been doing this for 5 years. How am I able to do that? Because I know I have a solution to people's problems. That's how. Women want to learn how to glow up. They want to build confidence, discipline, become accountable, and reach their goals. I teach them that all inside Glow Up Academy. Women want to build their online business, monetize their platforms, create content that actually pays them. I teach them that all inside Glow Up Academy. I'm not worried about people unfollowing me because I'm being annoying. Let them go. They weren't ready to glow up, and that's okay. They'll come back when they're ready. I'm here to help those who want it. I'm not begging anyone for anything. They either want to change their life or they don't. And because I have that energy with Glow Up Academy, I sell, and I sell a lot. Because Amazon has that energy with their products and services. They sell, and they sell a lot. And if you want to sell a lot too, you're going to have the same mindset. You don't have a choice. You either sink or you swim. Now let's talk about sales. If you're ready for sales tip number 1, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. If you're ready for sales tip number 1, put a 1 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. Happy Thursday. My name is Coach Jazz, and I teach women how to glow up. I'm teaching you guys how to create your digital product and how to sell it. We just created it, and now we're going to sell it. Go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Also, remember, the more we interact with this live, the more this live gets pushed to more people, okay? Believe it or not, a lot of people want to become their highest version. A lot of women are tired of feeling insecure and believing that they can't do anything. Ladies, you can do anything you put your mind to. There's not one thing in this world you can't do. I keep saying it because it's true. I know it, but I need you to know it too. But again, we got some things going on in this pretty little head of ours that is keeping us from actually getting it done. So we have to fix it, okay? We gotta fix it, all right? If you're ready for sales tip number 1, put a 1 in the chat. Let's go, TikTok. We will not get started until I see a 1. Hello, hello. Also, make sure you guys follow me so you don't lose me. They do steal my videos, you guys. Yes, they do. And they turn around, they make fake accounts, and then they message you, pretending to be me, okay? So please do not get hoodwinked, finessed, or bamboozled on these TikTok streets. Thank you, because they coming to get you. They are coming for you, all right? So go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. Let's go, TikTok. I need to see at least 1. It doesn't make sense. I see 8 people on TikTok number 1. I see 4 people on TikTok number 2. Oopsies. It doesn't make sense. I should see at least 1. Thank you, Coach. Let's go. Sales tip number 1. Let's talk. Oh, real quick. Almost forgot. For those of you guys who are so afraid of failure, this is the elephant in the room. I told you I was going to get to it. Let's talk about failure real quick, because some of y'all, you let failure run your life. Okay. Failure only exists when you quit. Okay? Some of y'all believe that if you post your first YouTube video and you don't get 1 million subscribers in 10 minutes, then you failed. Some of y'all think that if you make your first TikTok video and you don't get 10,000 views in 7 days, then you failed. And some of y'all really believe that if you launch your first digital product and you're not a millionaire by next month, then you failed. But baby girl, that's not failure. Failure only exists when you quit. When you throw in the towel and you say, you know what, I give up, I don't want to do this anymore, I'm done, well then you have officially failed. But if every single day you commit to just getting a little bit better, I'm not even asking you for a lot. Just get a little bit better. Do something today that you didn't do yesterday. So maybe yesterday you hit snooze on the alarm, today you get up when it goes off. Maybe yesterday you didn't drink any water, how about today you drink some water? Maybe yesterday you just talked about the plan. How about today you execute something off of the plan? Maybe today you want to start a business, but you're still wasting time. How about tomorrow you actually post 1 video? The more we just do a little bit of something that we didn't do yesterday, that's not failure. It's not, because you're still committed. You're still trying. You're still showing up. You're still giving it all you got. So for those of you guys who are so afraid to fail, just don't quit. If you don't quit, then you didn't fail. And now you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Okay? Very good. Had to get that out of the way. Sales tip number 1, write this down. Content is king, and distribution is queen. So let's break this down so it makes sense. Content is king, distribution is queen, okay? Now, the content that we're creating, you guys, this is how we're gonna let people know about our products, okay? So the reels that you make, if you go live, this is how we're gonna let people know that our product exists and how it can help them, okay? So content is king. I need you to be posting content consistently. Posting once every 3 weeks is not gonna cut it. Posting once a year is not gonna cut it. Posting once every 5 days is not going to cut it. What did we say consistent meant? More often than not. So if there's 7 days in a week, that means you need to be posting at least 4 out of those 7 consistently. And remember, if you choose an idea that you actually like, it is not hard to post content consistently. It's only hard when you don't like what you're doing. Now, the distribution is queen part. My goal for you is to be building at least 3 platforms, bare minimum, 3. Well, why 3, Jazz? Because 1 is too close to none, that's why. Like that 1 income you have at that 1 job. If they laid you off tomorrow, what would you do? You'd be freaking out, trying to figure out how you're gonna pay them bills. If you put all of your eggs in a TikTok basket and the US decides to ban it like they were trying to do this time last year, what would you do? You would be sitting there freaking out like all of the other TikTokers who only had their eggs in a TikTok basket. I teach my students, we have got to stay proactive so we never have to be reactive. In other words, we're gonna stay ready so we never have to get ready. Okay? And no, it is not hard to build 3. Get out your head. The same exact video that you put on TikTok, you will throw it on YouTube Shorts, Instagram, Facebook, whatever you want to do. Okay? It takes an extra 5 minutes. I do it all day. I promise you it is not hard. Now, which platform should you grow? That's 1000% up to you. I always suggest starting with the platform that you're always on. So if you're always on TikTok, just start on TikTok and then add 2 more. If you're always on YouTube, start on YouTube, add 2 more. Doesn't matter. Just start, okay? Just start. Now let me give you this in case you didn't know. YouTube is the most watched platform. It's not TikTok. A lot of y'all are confused. It is YouTube. YouTube has even replaced cable TV, okay? So with all of that being said, I'm going to always urge and encourage you to start your YouTube channel. YouTube also pays more per 1,000 views than TikTok ever will. So start your YouTube channel, be consistent, grow it, and you can thank me later, all right? Now, before we even get into sales tip number 2, I know some of you guys are already starting to worry. You got fear in your spirit. You're second guessing your ability to even do what we've been talking about. And we haven't even said anything. But a lot of you guys are so fearful. It's like become a part of who you are. And you're second guessing your ability to do any of the things that we just talked about so far. Some of y'all really believe that you can't do this. You're saying things like, Jazz, I want to start an online business, but I'm afraid. You want me to post consistently, create an ebook, That sounds hard. Listen, I already work 2 jobs. I don't know if I can do this. Okay. Before you run away, like you always do, just listen. Just listen. One thing I know is this. I can't convince you of shit. I don't have the ability to, and I'm not going to try, okay? So if you want to believe that posting content consistently is just so hard, I'm going to let you think it. If you want to believe that copying some words that AI gave you and pasting it into a Canva template is so hard, I'm going to let you think it. If you want to believe that posting a 30-second TikTok video is just so hard, I'm going to let you think it. I'm not going to convince you otherwise. You want to call it hard? Fine, you're right. It's hard. Happy? Cool. But let me just remind you of something. Living a life that you're not 1000% happy with is also hard. Going to a job that drains you is hard. Yeah. Being insecure with yourself because you never stick to the promises that you make to yourself is hard. Watching other people live a life that you want, but that you're not living, is hard. And you do it every day. And see, that's what fear will do if you're not careful. Fear will convince you that you can't do anything, and you let it. Meanwhile, there were other things that took place in your life that was way harder than this. We have a tendency, ladies, I used to be the exact same way, where we never want to give ourselves credit where credit is due. You're not used to reminding yourself how amazing you are. And that's the problem. There were things that took place in your life in the past, and in those moments you didn't think you'd see it through. Maybe it was a toxic breakup. Maybe you were grieving the loss of a loved one. Something happened, and you were on your knees begging God to help you out, and He did. And then here you are today, doubting your ability to copy and paste some words. Here you are today, doubting your ability to record a 10-second TikTok video. Here you are today, doubting your abilities to make a YouTube channel. Really, ladies? Really? 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 No. No. You see it for yourself. There are people on these apps who are in worse off situations than you getting it done. Because you never want to give yourself credit. Never. It's like your confidence is -50. And we got to get it back up. Some of you guys are single parents with no help. And despite everything weighing you down, you still get up and you parent your kids. Some of you guys are damn near superwoman. But you don't think you can do this with the help of AI? Really? No, I don't believe that. I don't believe it. There are people on these apps in worse off situations than you, still showing up, getting it done. There are women on these apps with more kids than you, still getting it done. There are people on these apps who have serious disabilities. They can't walk. They're in wheelchairs. They damn near live in a hospital. But they still get up every day, getting it done. There are people on this app who lost it all. They lost their job. They lost their house. They lost their car. But they didn't lose hope. They still get up every day, putting one foot forward, trying to build their business. Some of y'all don't even have half them problems. Let's be real. Some of y'all, maybe. I'm going to give you grace. But some of y'all, no. You sitting pretty. You are blessed. And you're still doubting your abilities to do this. And that's what fear does. And you let it. You let it. Listen, ladies, my online business changed my entire life. I have made more income from my cell phone, a laptop, and some Wi-Fi than I ever could have imagined. I have been a full-time entrepreneur for almost 6 years. I now have peace. I'm not stressing about bills no more. I now have freedom. I do what I want, when I want, and how I want to do it. I now have confidence. There's nothing that I don't think I can't do. But before all of this, I lived a very different life, okay? See, before COVID, I used to work a 9-to-5, okay? And I was so excited when I got that 9-to-5. When they called me and offered me the position, I was jumping for joy. See, I was so excited because this was my first full-time job with benefits, okay? Listen, I always had jobs, but this was my first full-time job with PTO, 401k plans, health insurance, right? They gave me this job, I was 23 years old. I always worked, but the jobs I had before that was fast food, so McDonald's, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, Hardee's. See, I had bought into the American dream bullshit they sold all of us. I bought in back in high school. They told me to go to college and get a 4-year degree. They told me to work hard for 30, 40 years, retire. There won't be any Social Security left, but you'll be too old to work. You're gonna be broke as hell. You won't be able to enjoy life, and then you can die. And I said, okay. Sounds like a plan. Let's do it. My mom was telling me to go off to college. All of my friends were going off to college, so I went off to college too. Got me a 4-year bachelor's degree. Cost me $40,000. Graduated. 6 months later, got my first full-time job. I was so excited. I thought I was about to be rich. $60,000 a year was what they were going to pay me. More than I had ever made. I thought my life was going to change for the better. So I decided, you know what? I want to move out of my mom's house. I'm sick of her rules. I want my own apartment. So I went out and got me my own place. All right. But I didn't stop there. See, I told you guys I had really bad spending habits. Don't judge me. This is what it is. Okay. So I did what most Americans do. I went out and bought me a car. See, I already had a car that was paid off, title in hand. But the car I had was old. No push to start, no leather seats, just no touchscreen, just old. Okay. So I decided to go get me a car note. Brand new Dodge Charger. Neezy said guilty too. Listen, this is a judgment-free zone. It is what it is. So I got me a brand new car, top of the line, $450 a month. And you know that with expensive cars comes expensive car insurance and expensive gas. By the time I paid all my bills for the month, your girl was broke as hell. Broke, busted, and disgusted. Couldn't even afford to get my nails done. I had another problem. I had to start paying back them damn student loans. See, I thought it was just fun and games. I didn't think the government really wanted their money back. Everyone had student loans. No, they're serious. They want their money back. Look, they'll give you 6 months after you graduate college to get on your feet. They're not going to call or send letters. Just go get you a job. But best believe when that 6-month period hits, they're sending you letters because they want your tax returns, because they're going to determine how much you can afford. And since on paper it said I made $60,000 a year, I didn't have any kids, so no dependents, they said I should be able to afford $400 a month. Huh? What? Yeah. You can't negotiate the price. The price is the price, okay? There's no negotiations. I had 11 student loan accounts that they lumped under one monthly payment of $400. Every month that I did not pay them damn student loans, I got 11 missed payments on my credit. In the course of 1 year, I can't make this up, 121 missed payments off of some damn student loans. My credit was shot. Can you say 520? And just so you know, you can't bankrupt those. You're stuck with those till the day you die. And they will garnish your check if you don't pay them. So not only am I broke as hell, I have really bad credit. I had one last problem. I hated my job. College didn't prepare me for corporate America. I had no clue what I was walking into, okay? Now, I'm not gonna lie. In my early 20s, I was very naive. I grew up very sheltered, so I just didn't know too much about people. I was kind of green, okay? I'm gonna give myself that. I was pretty green. See, I thought everybody was so happy because back then I was happy, so I assumed everybody else was happy. No, people at work are not happy. And they will make it their mission in life to make you just as miserable as them. I had no clue. And just so you know, I worked with all women and I was the youngest one there. See, I learned in corporate, people will smile in your face. They'll invite you out to happy hour off the clock. They'll even text you while they're at home. They'll invite you to their weddings, but they don't like you. They'll do the whole secret Santa for the holidays and the Thanksgiving potlucks. They'll even contribute to a birthday gift for you, but they don't like you. They'll make you feel like anything you say is safe with them. Y'all are really friends, but that's not your freaking friend. And they will tell management everything you said. They will stab you in the back for a promotion. You guys, I was miserable. I must have put in hundreds, if not thousands of applications trying to get the hell out of that job. No one was calling me back. I couldn't even get an interview. So I'm broke as hell. I got really bad credit. And I'm miserable at my job. For the first time in my life, at 23 years old, I felt trapped. If you've never experienced what it feels like to feel trapped, I want you to consider yourself extremely blessed. But let me give you some context. See, trapped feels like no matter what you do, your life not gonna get no better. You could try all you want to be positive and do all the affirmations, but it feels like nothing but negative ass shit from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. That's how trapped feels. Your life feels like a nightmare that you can't wake up from. And you can pray to God all you want, but it feels like he's not listening because he's not helping you. That's how it feels. And that's how I felt. You could try to work overtime or get a part-time job so you can get ahead of all these bills and try to breathe a little bit. But it's like every time you do have some extra money, something comes and slaps you in the face. Now your car won't start. Now you got a boot on your tire because you have too many parking tickets that you can't afford to pay. It's always something. That's how trapped feels. And that's how I felt for years. I was so miserable with my life. I used to have a smile on my face. That went away. I had no reason to smile. I became depressed at 23, had my whole life ahead of me, and I'm depressed. I started to cry every day. Before I clocked in, I would sit in my car and cry, just begging God, Lord, please don't let them mess with me today. I just want to come in here and do my job. But he still allowed them to mess with me. I developed anxiety. You ever had anxiety? It's like these butterflies in your stomach that you can't seem to shake. I couldn't sleep anymore. I used to bring my job home with me. You ever did that? You're off the clock. You are at home. And you are still replaying conversations that happened at work. And to cope with all of my depression and my anxiety and my stress, I started drinking. First, it was just a few drinks a week to calm my nerves so I could sleep. I couldn't sleep anymore. It turned into every day. I became an alcoholic. And the reason why I'm even telling you this is because if any of my story resonates with you, you are already doing something hard. Living a life that you're not happy with is hard. Going to a job that drains you is hard. Crying every day because you're so depressed is hard. And you live like that. Listen, the reason why I was so depressed was because I had nothing in my life to look forward to. I had no hobbies, I had no interests back then. My life was on repeat. Get up, go to work, be miserable, come home, cry, drink, repeat, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. Who wouldn't be depressed? That is very depressing to have nothing to look forward to every single day. That's depressing as hell. But now I'm not depressed because I get to wake up every day doing what I love. And that's the beauty of having an online business. You can monetize anything. I don't care who told you your idea is stupid, it's not stupid. I don't care who told you your idea is far-fetched. No, it's not. You see people on these apps for yourself doing the darndest things, making millions. The reason why they're doing it and you're not is because they let go of the fear. You can have anything in this world that you want, but that fear that you refuse to let go of is what's keeping you trapped right where you are. And I need to say one more thing to you before we move forward, because I need to make sure this really sticks. I hope you realize that if you work 8 hours or more like how I did, I hope you realize you spend more time at work with people you don't even like than you do with your family that loves you. Listen, I literally worked 9 to 5, okay? So what should have only been a 20-minute drive to work was an hour because I'm in rush hour traffic. So an hour to work, an hour back, 2 hours out of my day in the car, 8 hours at work. That's 10 hours out of my day gone. By the time I do get home, I am tired, drained, exhausted, defeated. You only have a few hours to spend with your spouse or your kids before it's time to put everyone to bed and do it again the next day. Just to look forward to the weekend. But respectfully, what the hell are you looking forward to? Because Friday you still worked, so they still got 8 hours out you. Saturday is the only day that you have to do what you want. But Sunday, not so much, because you have to what? Prepare for the work week. So you got to cook, clean, do laundry, go to the grocery store, and mentally prepare yourself for the bullshit sitting on your desk for Monday. Ladies, that's not living. That's surviving. Life is meant to be lived, not survived. You can do anything you want to do. I don't know what your religious beliefs are, but I know this. The God I serve, he loves me, and you can't convince me otherwise. And since he loves me so much, why would he put me on this earth to be crying and miserable every day? If God loves me so much, why would he want me depressed and hating my life? If he loves me, why would he create me and not be living in that purpose? He didn't. He created me for a very special reason, and I found it. And now I get to get up doing it every single day. He created you for a very special purpose too. Your life is worth more than stressing about bills. Your life is worth more than slaving away at a job to make someone else rich while you're scraping for pennies trying to make ends meet in your household. There is something extremely special about you, and you should be monetizing it. Sometimes in life can beat us down, right? Sometimes on our journey, we get with the wrong people. Our family just says negative things to us. Maybe we get in the wrong friend groups, and we date the wrong man. And then we end up believing that there's nothing special about us. And that light that we once had, however many years ago, slowly starts to dim to the point where you no longer see a light in you. But that's just fear. That's just insecurities. It's not real. I need you to understand that whatever you want out of this life, you can have. But it's going to require you to stop letting fear hold you back. If I can do it, if thousands of other creators can do it, why can't you? You can. You can do this. All right, let's get back to sales. Sales tip number 2. Write this down. People only buy from people that they like, that they know, and that they trust. All right? People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Stop feeding the life you don't want to live. Amen. Absolutely, Lanisi. Absolutely. If people don't like you, they're not going to buy. If people don't know you, not going to buy. If people don't trust you, they're not going to buy. So how do we get people to like us? Well, in your content, you need to be relatable. You need to be authentic. And you need to target people's pain points. Be relatable, be authentic, and target people's pain points. Ladies, people connect with people through emotions. Okay? You have to be relatable. A lot of times you do yourself a disservice by trying to be perfect because nobody is perfect. So then therefore people can't relate. How can people relate to something that they don't experience? Because nobody is perfect. So stop trying to be perfect and just be yourself. This whole life, I have been myself. So however you are with your loved ones and the people who are closest to you, that's how I need you to be in your content. Stop trying to paint a picture that's not even real. And before you let fear take over and say things like, well, Jazz, what if no one likes me? That's impossible. There are 8 billion people in this world. Somebody is bound to like you, okay? And listen, I used to be fearful of that too, okay? Before I started posting content, I was afraid people won't like me. I need you guys to understand you have a solution to people's problem. I don't care what your niche is. There are people who need to hear from you. I have women inside Glow Up Academy from all over the world, all because I had a solution to their problem. I have people in there from the UK, Australia, Jamaica, Barbados, Germany, all over the world. You guys, when you post your content, it goes everywhere. And I'm not telling you that to scare you. I'm just telling you that so you can realize how silly you sound when you say things like people won't like you, because they will. What if I let fear take over this morning and I didn't get on live? Well, then you wouldn't have heard this live. And I wouldn't have been able to help you with any of your problems because I would have been too in my head and too afraid to hit live. Well, that's exactly what you're doing to people who really need your help. So please get out your head and just post the damn video. Now, we said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Okay, great. Well, how do we get people to know us? You guys, I need you to go live. Going live is the best way to build your community. Now, is it the only way? No, but it's the best way. Why? because it allows people to get a sense of your energy and your vibes. It allows people to connect, engage, and interact, and it allows you to promote your products. Now, some of y'all are hard-headed and you're just like, I don't want to go live. I'm gonna say, fine. I told you, I'm not here to convince you of anything. So if you don't want to go live, then don't. But I promise you this. If you go live consistently, you will make more on live than you ever made at that job. You see it for yourself. Creators on live all day, all night, selling. Now, some of y'all are like, well, Jazz, I would go live. I'm not against it. I'm just a little live shy. Okay. Listen, that is normal to be shy. The only reason why you're live shy, live scary, maybe you're camera shy, is just because you don't have enough experience doing it. It's not because there's something wrong with you and you suck at life and this isn't meant for you. No, you just don't have any experience. Or maybe you did it 6 months ago, but that's not consistent, okay? We have been on this live for 80 minutes. If you're still here, that lets me know you trust what I say to be true. Otherwise, you would have left. So I need you to trust this. If you go live consistently, I promise you, without a doubt, you will get to a point where you're no longer shy. It will be so natural for you. But the only way to get to that point is to just keep doing it over and over. And that has been proven to be true in all parts of your life. You did not always know how to walk, but now you walk just fine. How? Because you had to consistently do it. You didn't always know how to read, but now you read just fine. How? Because you had to consistently do it. Same with driving. So why would going live be any different? It won't be. Now, we said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Well, how do we get people to trust us? Okay. There's a reason why I'm telling you to post consistently. And no, it's not for your health. The reason why I'm telling you to post consistently is because the more people see you, the more they begin to trust you. Consistency builds trust. I don't know if you know this or not, or if you're living under a rock, but most people work extremely hard for their money. I work hard, you work hard, we're all out here working hard. If you want people to trust you with their hard-earned money, you're gonna have to be trustworthy. You don't have a choice, which means you have to be consistent. Okay? Now, I wanna do an activity with you guys. For those of you guys who do not have a product yet, sit this out, take your notes. For those of you guys who do have a product, but you're struggling to make the sales that you want, this is for you. Now, first, what we need to do is remove the ego and the pride. And some of y'all can't do that because you think you know everything. And there's nothing that you don't already know. And I'm not going to convince you otherwise. If you want to believe that, if you want to keep your ego and your pride, do that. For those of you guys who can remove the ego and the pride, I'm talking to you. First, what we need to do is go to our profile. And we got to be honest here. We're going to ask ourselves these questions. We have to tell the truth. And write this down. Write this down. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Never forget that, okay? Now, I need you to ask yourself this. Is it clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people? I also need you to ask yourself this. Be honest. If you were not you, would you buy from you? If you were not you, would you buy from you? If the answer to any of those questions is no, you should no longer be confused as to why people are not buying from you yet. There should be no more confusion. But the reason why I say yet is because you can fix it. That's the beauty of life, okay? That's the beauty of business. That's the beauty of everything we talked about this morning, ladies. Anything that is not giving you the results that you want in your life, in your business, in your relationships, whatever it is, you have the power to fix it. You just choose not to. I already know I'm not the coach for everybody. I have accepted that about myself, and I'm okay with that. Because I'm going to tell you the truth about yourself. But the truth will set you free. Okay? If it's not clear as to who you are, what you do, and how you can help people, then fix it and make it clear. So that when people go to your profile, they're not trying to figure out how you can help them. If you are live shy or camera shy, fix it. I already told you how. You have to do it consistently. You just choose not to. You choose not to fix the things in your life that you want to improve on. You choose to have distractions. You choose to throw pity parties. You choose to feel sorry for yourself. You choose to feel like you're trapped. But I'm here to tell you you're not trapped. And I used to live in that same mindset too, okay? When I told you guys I had that job that I hated so much, I allowed myself to believe that I was trapped there, failing to realize I had the power way back then to fix it and move and change. But I chose not to. I chose to throw pity parties. I chose to feel sorry about myself. I chose to complain and vent. I chose to do everything except fix it. If you truly want to change your life and the results that you're not getting, that is going to require you to change. Because if you don't change, nothing for you will. A lot of you guys believe that things can't change for you until you get some more information. That's what you think. You think you lack information. But I'm gonna be honest. Most of you guys are not lacking information, okay? Because you're on social media all day. Clock it. You are on social media from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. You have more information than you even know what to do with. Your head is spinning with all the information that you have, okay? Maybe you didn't know ChatGPT will write your ebook, but I told you that. So you can't say you didn't know that now. Maybe you didn't know that you should be building 3 platforms, but I told you. So what are you gonna do with that information? Most of y'all are not struggling with lack of information. Most of you guys are struggling with lack of implementation, meaning you don't execute shit. You don't execute, which is why I made the keyword of this live execution. You are the woman who continuously talks about what she's going to do, but you never do it. You are the woman who has an excuse for the excuse. You procrastinate. You sit around and you watch Netflix and you scroll on the phone and you're doing all of the things except the one thing that'll change your life because you refuse to fix it. And if you do not change that, you will continue the same cycle, starting, giving up, getting frustrated, talking about what you can't do, nothing changing, hating things. You're gonna have to fix it. And it's amazing how many of you guys believe that you have all this time to just not do anything. You literally let time just pass you by, failing to realize that tomorrow is not guaranteed. We have become so entitled to tomorrow and next week and next month and next year, failing to realize who told you that you'll be around in 5 years? Who told you that? How do you know that? But instead of utilizing the time that you are blessed with, you choose to do nothing. You choose to waste time. And my question for you is, how much longer do you want to do that? Because it doesn't get you anywhere. How many times a day do you look at the clock and say, wow, it's already 10:30. Wow, I can't believe it's 5 o'clock. Wow, can you believe it's almost Friday? Wow, can you believe it's almost Christmas? Wow, can you believe it's almost 2026? You see for yourself how fast time is moving. But yet you choose to do nothing about it. How much longer are we going to keep doing that? Because it's not getting you anywhere. One of the toughest pills I had to swallow on my own journey. Your life and the direction it's going in, whether it's going great or not so great, is a direct reflection of the choices you make. Your finances and the direction that is going in is a direct reflection of the choices you make. See, that used to really piss me off. And I didn't want to accept it for the longest time. Because I told you guys, I had really bad spending habits. And it just followed me, okay? Because I never addressed the root of the problem, okay? So even at the time when I had that job and I just wasn't making enough money to make ends meet, I still had a horrible spending problem. And then when I did start my business and I started making $20,000 and $30,000 a month, I still had a spending problem. I never used to understand how people could make so much money and be broke as hell. I never understood that until I lived it. And I used to be so embarrassed. How am I making all this money, but at the end of the month, my account is overdrawn in the red every month, month after month. And you want to know why? Because I never fixed it. I never knew how to put myself on a budget. I never knew how to tell myself no. I didn't have any discipline. And it didn't matter how much money I made, I was going to continue to run into the same problem time and time again until I decided to fix it. I had to change. I decided to change it. I put myself on a budget. I don't have those problems no more. Your finances and the direction it's going in is still a direct reflection of the choices you make. And maybe you're on the opposite end. Maybe you're like, Jazz, look, I hear you, but honestly, I just don't make enough money. How can I pay my bills on time when a carton of eggs is $15 freaking dollars? It's still your fault. And I'm going to tell you why. Times have been hard, ladies. This didn't happen last week. Food prices and rent prices have been on the rise for years. But every day, you choose to do nothing about it. You could have launched that ebook 6 months ago. You would be generating sales today. Yeah. You could have started that YouTube channel 4 months ago. It could be monetized today. Yeah. You could have started that TikTok last month. You would be building your community today. Remember what I said, your community is what buys digital products. But every day, you choose not to. You choose to complain. You choose to vent. You choose to throw pity parties. You choose to watch Netflix and Hulu. You choose to gossip on the phone. You choose to go to happy hour. You choose to do all of the things except the one thing that'll change your entire life. And my question still remains, how much longer are we gonna keep doing that? Because I don't have to convince you. You see it for yourself. It's not getting you anywhere. You're gonna have to change. You don't have a choice. Look, and I'm not perfect. Ain't shit about me perfect. The version of me that y'all see today is a direct reflection of all the changes I've made on my journey, okay? This whole live has been me telling you guys things that I have struggled with. Every single thing that I know you struggle with, I have said I struggled with too. I used to be full of excuses. I had an excuse for the excuse. I used to procrastinate too, okay? My motto was, why do today what I can put off till tomorrow? In other words, I'll just start on Monday. And Monday never showed up. I used to complain and vent. I used to distract myself. I used to sit on the couch and watch Netflix and Hulu for hours too. I used to do all that crap. The biggest distraction that I struggled with in my own journey was alcohol abuse. And I told you I started that toxic ass habit when I had that toxic ass job. And you would have thought that once I quit, it would have all went away. No, it got worse. See, at least when I was at work, I couldn't be drunk for 8 hours, so I had to work. But now I'm home. I quit during COVID. Everything's closed. I had nothing but time to distract. So I took full advantage. Look, I quit my job on a whim. I quit right during COVID, right when everything started shutting down. That's when I quit. God planted the seed in my head. I truly believe that the time was now. I had been there for 6 years. I was fed up. I couldn't do it anymore. I quit. And the plan was I was going to live off of my stimulus for a few months, build my business, and then once my stimulus runs out, my business will be able to take over all my bills from there. That was the plan. Right? And I was doing all the things that you probably do, scrolling on TikTok, watching the coaches and watching the how-to tutorials on YouTube, just trying to figure out how to make it all make sense. The content, the digital products, the monetization, just trying to get a grasp of everything. But I'm getting pissed off because the shit's not working. It's not working. My platforms aren't growing. I'm not making sales. Nothing's working. I'm getting frustrated with God because he told me to quit and I'm running out of money. I already made a payment arrangement with the lights. They told me if I didn't pay the bill at the time in which the arrangement was set up for, they would cut off my lights. You know, I had just bought a house. I wasn't even in that house for a whole year yet before I quit that job, and I was running out of money. And one of my biggest fears was I was going to get foreclosed on a house I hadn't even been in for a whole year. I told you guys, the worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Don't you ever forget it. See, I was trying to convince myself that I was being productive. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, but it's not working. And instead of me blaming myself, I decided to blame the algorithm. I decided to blame God. I was blaming everybody except Jasmine because Jasmine didn't want to believe that it was her fault. I couldn't sit with that. I also didn't want to admit to myself that I had a drinking problem. And that's the real reason why I wasn't being productive. I wasn't posting content consistently. I was always drunk. I didn't want to admit that I had an alcohol problem. Who wants to say that out loud? It was shameful. I was embarrassed. I didn't want to admit that to myself, so I didn't. I convinced myself that as long as I don't drink until after 11 a.m., I'm not a drunk. Even though I drink all day, every day, as long as I don't start my day with alcohol, I don't have a problem. Because see, alcoholics, they start as soon as they wake up. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. But it's like you get to a point where you can't keep running from yourself. It's like eventually you hit a brick wall and God is going to force you to listen. See, I believe God is within you. Okay? He's not at the church. He's not in your best friend. He's not in your spouse. God is within you. So those ideas that you have, that's God talking to you. You wouldn't have even thought the thoughts if God didn't make you capable. That gut, that intuition that you have, that's God talking to you. But a lot of times, we don't want to hear God. We say we do, but we don't. So we'll distract ourselves to avoid hearing what he has to say. But he's going to make you listen. At some point, he is going to sit you down. And one day he said, Jazz, what are you doing? You have been begging me for a business for years, which is true. I wanted to be an entrepreneur even well before I became one. He said, the opportunity is right in front of you, but you're not using it. You're wasting time. So what are we gonna do? Are we gonna keep doing what you've been doing, which is a whole bunch of nothing? Or are you gonna change? I decided to change. I decided to fix it. I decided to stop drinking. I haven't had a drink in almost 5 years. I will never touch alcohol again. And since I decided to change, my whole life began to change. I started posting consistently. My platforms started growing. I started making sales, all because I decided to change. I started having confidence in myself. I never had that before. I started to say positive things to myself. I started to feel good. I stopped crying all the time. All because I decided to change. See, a lot of times what people fail to realize, and what I didn't realize back then, was in order to get something, you have to give up something. You can't have both. In order to get something, you got to give something up. In order for me to get the business that I had been begging God for years, I had to give up excuses. I had to give up procrastination. I had to give up negative self-talk, self-doubt. I had to give up fear. I had to give up distractions. I had to give up alcohol. But when I gave those things up, God opened the floodgates of heaven for me. He gave me everything I asked for and more, all because I decided to change. Listen, I had just asked God to help me make $60K a year because that's what I was getting at my job. So I'm like, just help me make that. Matter of fact, I even negotiated with that. I said, just help me make $45,000. I'll make some shake. I'll cut the cable off. Just help me get out of this job. He gave me 6 figures. I asked God for 10,000 Instagram followers. I thought that'd be pretty cool. He gave me 100,000 Instagram followers. I asked God for 5K YouTube subscribers. I was like, that'd be pretty cool. He gave me 30,000 YouTube subscribers. I asked God for a little bit of confidence so I could finally stop feeling sorry for myself, so I could stop crying all the time. He gave me a lot of confidence. I don't cry anymore. And there's nothing I don't think I can't do. All because I decided to change. See, the woman I was at the time wasn't aligned with who I wanted to become. I wanted to be an entrepreneur who started what she finished, who believed in herself, who didn't care about the opinions of others. I wanted to be her. But who I was back then wasn't aligned. And he was not going to give me the version of myself that I wanted until I changed. God already has the blessings for us. He designed you for it. but he will make you wait until you become obedient, until you change, because there's things about you that do not align with who you want to be. And until you change it, he won't give it to you. So if you want to drag it on out for another 5 years, go right ahead. He won't budge. You want to take it out 10 years? You want to go 20 years? The choice is yours. You have free will. But he will not give you what you have been asking for until you change. Because there's things about you that do not align. I didn't align. And he made me wait until I aligned. You can be anything you want to be, ladies. If you even thought the thought, that's because you're capable. God wouldn't put ideas in your head if it wasn't something you can't do. But you're going to have to change for it. And yeah, maybe change is hard. Maybe it is. I'm not going to convince you. Maybe it is. But the life that you're currently living is hard. Waking up every day, not being happy with your life is hard. Trust me, I've been there. I've done that. Going to a job that drains you is hard. Been there, done that. Knowing that you're meant for more and not living it is hard. Not having confidence in yourself is hard. So you have to make the choice. Because at least this hard comes with peace. This hard comes with freedom. This hard comes with happiness. This hard comes with confidence. It comes with purpose. And it comes with income. But in order to get it, you gotta change. For those of you guys who want to change, I want to help you. See, I can't help people who don't want it, nor am I willing to. Listen, if you are 1000% happy with your life and the way it's going, then respectfully, just keep doing it. If you like it, I love it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But if you're not 1000% happy with your life and the direction it's going in, and you want to change it, I want to help you. Inside Glow Up Academy, I'm going to teach you how to build your online business from scratch. I don't care what your starting point is, we will build it together. It's all inside Glow Up Academy. Maybe you want to monetize your platforms. Maybe you want to be on YouTube. You want to monetize your videos. Maybe you want to monetize your Instagram. Fine. It's all in there. I do it. I'll teach you. It's all in there. Maybe you want to go live on TikTok. You want to make sales on TikTok like how I do, how my other students do, how thousands of other creators do. Fine. I will teach you. Maybe you want to do affiliate marketing where you get a percentage of whatever you sell. I'll teach you. I do that too. Maybe you want to TikTok shop. Fine. It's all in there. Everything that you need, whatever goal, whatever vision you have for your business, it is all inside Glow Up Academy. Everything. But not only am I going to teach you how to build your online business, I'm also going to teach you how to build yourself. Because there's things about you and who you are today that don't align with the version of yourself you want to become. You want to be that woman who finishes what she starts? We got to fix it. You want to be that woman who believes in herself? We have to fix it. You want to be that woman who doesn't care what other people think about her? We're going to fix it. You want to have discipline and accountability and consistency. You're tired of always giving up. We're going to fix it. You want to let go of your limiting beliefs and the fear that you refuse to hold on to that has you in a chokehold. We'll fix it together. Inside Glow Up Academy, I give you the tools to build your business, but I also give you the tools to build yourself. You can have anything you want, ladies. There's nothing out of reach for you. But you're standing in your own way. You're holding yourself back. The things you got going on in here, in this pretty little head of yours, is trapping you. And the sad part is, a lot of times we don't even realize it. But if you've continuously tried to start something and you never finish it, that is a tall tale sign. There's things in here that are holding you back. So let's fix it. Inside Glow Up Academy. Before I let you guys join, a couple of things. Believe it or not everybody has the same journey, okay? Some people have a product, no audience. Some people have an audience, no product. Some people have a million ideas. We gotta lock in on one. Some people have no clue. We gotta build one. Wherever it is you are in your journey, whatever it is you want, we can build it together. I cap it at 10 people. Only 10 people can join at a time because I want to make sure that I'm able to pour into everyone the way that they need. And I have noticed for myself, more than 10 people joining at one time overwhelms me. That's why I cap it at 10 people, okay? Also, I'm gonna set us a timer for 10 minutes. I told you guys, I can't convince you of anything, and I'm not going to try. The people who truly want change, they want better. Those are the people who move, and those are the people I want to help. I can't pull you. I can't force you. I can't grab you by the hair, okay? I can't do it. So I'm gonna set a timer for 10 minutes. Once the 10 minutes is up, I'm taking the link off and no one else will be able to join until I'm ready to accept more people, okay? One last thing. Because you guys were present, because you guys took notes, you asked questions and you listened, I'm going to take the price down. It is normally $5.97 for lifetime access, forever. It doesn't end, okay? $5.97. But because you guys were here present, taking notes, asking questions, I'm gonna mark it down to $249 lifetime access. Okay, that's more than 50% off. People do pay $5.97 to join. 3 people joined yesterday at $5.97. But again, I'm gonna take the price down while we're live. Once the live is over, I'm taking the price back up. The price will go back up, okay? You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break the payment up so you can still get the discount, okay? Okay. One last thing. Before you leave off of my live, I need you to confirm to me that you received the link in your email. Because it's lifetime access, we're not doing any more monthly subscriptions. That's over. Ain't no more bills involved, okay? I have to add you manually, okay? Do not leave off of my live until you have confirmed to me that you got your invite link to join, okay? So you're gonna end up with 2 emails. You're gonna end up with an email from Stan, which is what you're gonna purchase through, and you're gonna end up with an email from Jasmine Spencer, that is me, giving you the link to join Glow Up Academy. We're gonna take care of all of this while we're live. Sometimes you guys, y'all enroll, but you don't confirm to me that you got your link. Don't do that, okay? Okay. I'm gonna show you guys how to join, and then I'm gonna set the timer. We will start with TikTok, and then I will show you YouTube. TikTok or YouTube, your instructions are a little bit different. TikTok, in order for you guys to lock in, you're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice. You can come to my profile. Now, TikTok number 2, that's my backup. So my profile does not look like this. However, the links are the same, okay? You're gonna click the top link that says Glow Up Lounge HQ. You're gonna click this red button that says open. Let me turn the light down a little bit. You're gonna click this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access, okay? And then here we are. It's been marked down, $249. Become the woman who actually follows through, all right? You're gonna scroll down. Feel free to read my reviews, I don't mind. Enter your name, quadruple check your email address. You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break the payment up. Please quadruple check that email address, ladies. What you put in is where it's going, okay? Yes, if you mess up, we'll fix it right here on live, of course. But let's just quadruple check that, okay? And then you'll hit this button that says Start My Glow Up. Within a few seconds, you will be receiving those 2 emails I told you about, okay? Before you leave my live, I need you to confirm to me that you received them, all right? Again, TikTok, click on my profile picture up at the top twice. Come to my profile, click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ, good morning. Click on this red button that says open. And then here we go. Click on the top button, Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access, $249, okay? YouTube, your instructions are just a little bit different. Okay, I'll check, 1 second. Hold on. YouTube, in order for you guys to lock in, you need to come to my YouTube channel. Click on the link that says Glow Up Lounge HQ right here. Click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are. Become the woman who actually follows through, $249, okay? Scroll down, just like TikTok, scroll down. Feel free to read my reviews. Enter your name, quadruple check your email address. You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break that payment up, and then click Start My Glow Up. Okay? Okay. I'm gonna set the timer for 10 minutes. Like I said, once the 10-minute timer goes off, we're done. I'm not here to convince you. You know what you do. And if you are the woman who keeps starting and stopping, it's time for you to join. If you are the woman who lacks confidence in herself, it is time for you to join. If you were sitting on this live, how long have you been on this live? Almost 2 hours. It's because it's time for you to join. You would not have stayed if I did not connect with you. You would not have sat through here if you didn't believe what I said to be true. I was able to speak to you. I was able to resonate with you. So let's keep it going, okay? Hello, hello, good morning. All right, timer has started. All right, let me check now. For those of you guys who joined, please wait. Don't leave me yet. Hold on, hold on. Alexandria, check your email for me. I just sent you the invite link. Christina, check your email. I just sent you the invite link. Oh, I have 2 Alexes. Alex, check your email. I just sent you the invite link. Okay. Everybody who purchased should have their invite link. The invite says is under Jasmine Spencer. That is me, okay? So please check that if you're still on here. Alexandria purchased about 30 minutes ago. I need you guys, if you guys do that, even if you guys do that because you're trying to get your slot, I see the comments. I need you guys to still comment and say, I got my link. And then I can keep a mental note so I know, so I'm not looking for you when we get to this point, okay? Very good. So I am waiting on 3 women to confirm that they received their emails, all right? Now, when you guys join, we still have 8 minutes. When you guys join, I want you guys to come here where it says classroom. Click on the classroom tab, okay? When you click on that, you are inside of the vaults, all right? I want you guys to start here where it says welcome and orientation, all right? When you click on this very first vault, I have a 7-day orientation for you. 7 videos. They're very short, sweet, to the point, okay? But I want you to complete the homework assignment attached to each video. There's a reason why I'm doing this. I already know that you can do whatever you put your mind to. I already know that, okay? I don't have to know you to know that. But I need you to know that. And we're gonna know that through building proof within ourselves, okay? So every single day I have a small homework assignment for you to do because I need you to show yourself that you can start something and finish it. The more things that you start and finish, the more you start to believe that you are capable of starting and finishing. And that's the belief that I need you to have so we can carry that on. We can carry that into our business. We can carry that into weight loss. For those of you guys trying to lose weight, we can carry that into whatever goals you have for yourself, building your mindset, okay? Anything. It all starts with proving to ourselves that we can start something and we can finish it, okay? And yes, Globe Academy is also a wellness hub. You guys, I lost over 100 pounds, okay? So wellness, health has become a very big part of my life. Yes, the way we treat our body is how our body shows up for us, okay? Don't ever forget that. Now, once you finish your orientation, you choose your path, okay? For those of you guys who are ready to start your business, like you're in here for business, I want you to start in the business building vault, okay? I have a class in here. Now, this one is long. This is 3 hours. That's because a lot of information, okay? And I'm literally sharing my screen with you guys and walking you guys through how to create your ebook, how to use ChatGPT to help you come up with ideas, how to create an irresistible offer. I also have information in here on how to file your taxes as a business owner, how to set up your LLC, S Corp or C Corp, whatever one you want to do, and how to build your business credit, okay? Maybe you're not ready to, or maybe you already have a digital product, but you're struggling with sales. Then I want you to come to the Marketing Mastery Vault, okay? In this vault, I walk you through how to create content to attract an audience who wants what you're selling, how to get more views, how to monetize your platform, okay? I'm on all platforms. Maybe you don't want a business yet. You want to work on your mindset. That's fine. Go to the Mindset and Motivation Vault. I have videos in here on confidence, believing in yourself, stopping caring what people think, starting something and finishing it, building more discipline, building belief in yourself, okay? Maybe you want to work on self-care. You don't pour into yourself. Well, we got to fix that. You need to be pouring into yourself. And if that's something that you're struggling with, I want you to go to the Self-Care and Femininity Vault. Ladies, we are creative creatures, all right? It's very hard to be creative with whatever ideas you have if you do not pour into yourself, if you do not prioritize yourself, if you do not take care of yourself. It all comes together, okay? Maybe you want to grow your Instagram vault. Maybe you want to monetize your YouTube vault. Maybe you want to sell on TikTok, do TikTok shop and all the things, TikTok vault, okay? Maybe you want to be faceless vault. Whatever it is you want to do, it's in here. Also too, okay, 1 second. Also too, one last thing. We meet every single Thursday today. Even if you can't make it, you still have access to the replays, okay? So you never miss anything. And you also have access to my inbox to ask me any questions that you have. I respond to all of my students. So there is never a moment when you are by yourself, okay? Let me check. You guys still have 7 minutes. I don't see it. You guys, when you do make your purchase, make sure you guys refresh the page. So if you went to the site, but then you sat around for a few minutes, I need you to refresh it before you put in your information because it's a fraud thing, okay? They want to just make sure that you are who you say you are, all right? So please, before you do that, if you opened it, make sure you refresh the page, then put in your information, okay? If you did not receive an email from Stan, it did not go through, okay? The email should say Stan. I am still waiting on 2 more ladies to let me know that they received their email. You guys, please don't leave me. I like to know everybody is where they're supposed to be. Y'all already know how we roll, because some of y'all been on here before. Y'all already know how we roll, okay? This isn't new. Please do not leave the live until you have confirmed to me that you got your email. Y'all know better. You know better, okay? You guys have 6 more minutes and we're closing it out. Now, one thing I do want to talk to you guys about before we leave up out of here is confidence. Confidence, confidence, confidence. We need confidence in order to reach our goals, okay? Confidence is belief in self, who you think you are. That's what confidence is. Not what people tell you, no. It's who you think you are, okay? And a lot of you guys, and I used to be guilty of this too, we don't think we're anything. And that's how we struggle with confidence, okay? So we got to build that. How do you build confidence? By keeping the promises that you make to yourself. I cannot stress this enough. For you to continue to tell yourself you're going to do this and you're going to do that, and then when it's time to do it, you don't do it, that should be unacceptable. That should be unacceptable moving forward. Because living a life with no confidence is far worse than just keeping the promise that you made to yourself. Now, sometimes we feel overwhelmed with the promises that we make to ourselves because we set our expectations way too high right off gate, okay? So maybe you have a goal of building a 6-figure business. That's an amazing goal to have. You can do it. But if you focus on that number 6 figures too much, it becomes overwhelming because 6 figures is a lot of money. I know it feels like it's not sometimes with these prices, but that's still a lot of money, okay? So we got to bring it down a little bit. We're going to create goals that align with getting us to that big goal so that we're not solely focused on that big goal. Because when we only focus on that big goal, we get overwhelmed, we get frustrated, then we don't do anything. So let's set up smaller goals to get us to that big goal. So a smaller goal to get us to 6 figures could be finishing the ebook. Figuring out what the ebook is going to be about. Posting 1 piece of content. Using ChatGPT to script our video. Recording the video. When we stick to smaller goals that are more manageable, now we don't feel overwhelmed, and we're still getting to that larger goal that we have for ourselves. But if you tell yourself you're going to use ChatGPT to script your video, and it's time to do it and you don't do it, well, that's why you don't have confidence. Because you never keep the promises that you make to yourself. And you have got to get to a point in life where that is unacceptable. As women, we'll have all these expectations for other people. We expect our friends to be good friends. We expect our man to be a good man. We expect this, we expect that. But it's like we have no expectations for ourselves. And that's the disconnect. I need you to start holding yourself to a higher standard. I want you to get to a point in your journey where it is unacceptable for yourself to not keep the promises that you make to yourself. I am at that point in my journey. It is unacceptable for me to not keep my own promises. I don't allow it. I do not allow it. And this is coming from a woman who used to be very insecure. Very insecure. No confidence at all. Complete 180. If you tell yourself you're going to do something, you need to do it. If you told yourself you were going to move today, get some steps in, do it. If you told yourself you were going to eat healthy today, then do it. If you told yourself that you were going to record a video today, then do it. And every day that you keep keeping those promises to yourself, no matter how big or how small, you start to build belief in yourself. Now you start to feel good. You start to feel proud of yourself. And that's how confidence is built. Okay? Okay. Very good. Did you check to see if you had got that email from Stan? I don't see you yet. Also, TikTok, let me show you guys how to join again. All right, let's see. TikTok, in order for y'all to lock in, click on my profile picture up at the top. Sorry, I got the mirror on, so everything's a little bit backwards. You're gonna come to my profile. Remember TikTok number 2, my profile looks a little bit different because that's my backup, but the links are still the same. Click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then click on this red button that says open. And then you'll click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access, okay? YouTube, in order for you guys to lock in, leave my live, come to my YouTube channel, click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are, 249, okay? Scroll down. Enter your name, quadruple check your email address. You can use Afterpay or Klarna. Click where it says Start My Glow Up, and then you're in, okay? And then make sure you guys confirm. We got 1 more minute left and we're closing it out. If you guys are joining, tell me to wait. If not, we are closing it out. Make sure you guys confirm that you received your email, okay? Did you ever check for me if you got the email from Stan? Any more questions before we get off of here? I know we talked about a lot. We talked about Canva, we talked about chat, creating the ebook, we talked about packaging it and selling it. But we also spent a lot of time talking about ourselves and things that we need to be doing in our own lives to make our lives better, okay? We gotta execute. You know who you are. For those of you guys who spend hours on these apps, you're gonna have to change that. The woman, the version of you who you wanna be, she's not on social media all day. If she is on social media all day, that's because she's building her empire, not watching someone else build theirs. I need you to get off of the sidelines and get in there. I'm gonna say it one last time. There is nothing that you cannot do. But again, the things you got going on in this pretty little head of yours is holding you back. So fix it. You do not have to fix it by yourself. The help that you're looking for is inside Glow Up Academy, okay? That is our timer. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. For those of you guys who joined, I'm hopping inside Glow Up Academy now, so you guys will be getting a message from me in the next few minutes. For those of you guys who didn't, keep doing what you're doing. Make sure you follow me if you have not already. I enjoyed you. Have an amazing Thursday. And thank you guys so much for hanging out with me this morning, okay?